Hi, I'm John Wood. How often have you raved to friends about the customer service, the speed, the reliability of your broadband network or your telephone service? Am I living in a dream world asking that question? Well, in a way, I am, because as a customer of Hong Kong Broadband Network, or HKBN, I do business with a company that exists for one reason and one reason only, quote, to make our Hong Kong a better place to live. I profiled HKBN and their CEO, NiQ Lai, in my book, Purpose Incorporated. And I loved learning from them about what life is like when your entire company is powered by purpose. I recently sat down with NiQ for a catch-up interview. I hope you'll enjoy it. NiQ, in one sentence, what is Hong Kong Broadband Network all about?
Purposeful profit. We aim to do good and to do well.
HKBN was one of Hong Kong's first unicorns. And unlike a lot of unicorns that implode, you are a real unicorn with staying power. What role has purpose played in that for HKBN?
Well, we price at market, but we have voluntarily set ourselves that we will not charge more than 1% of household income for our service, because our service is a lifeline service. So yes, we're out for profit maximization. We're listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. We run for profit, but we believe it is possible to do good and do well. Our objective is to make purposeful profit. But when there is conflict, purpose comes before profit.
Tell us about a time that you had your team come to you with that, where purpose and profit seemed like they were in conflict. What was happening and how did you handle it?
So in February, when the COVID situation began to take off, and we started recognizing early people are financially struggling. So we said we're going to waive 1 month of our fee across our entire customer base. 1 month fee. So you imagine that's 1/12 of our revenue.
Yeah,
it's quite substantial. But we're strong enough. Financially, we're strong enough to take that hit. Now, some of our colleagues may question that point. Is that going to reduce our profits? Is that going to reduce our year-end bonus? And their answer is maybe. But yes, it's the right thing to do.
One thing I've noticed is that some of us reach a point where we want to move from success, as it's traditionally defined, to significance. Did you have a moment where you made that pivot yourself in your career?
Actually, I did, John. It was when I was still a young analyst. I think I was in my early 30s. And I visited a public housing estate in Hong Kong. Tiny apartment, low-income family. But back then, this company offered a rocket-fast broadband. And I felt if you can get on the internet, you can grow your way out of poverty. You can learn your way out of poverty. That's when it hit me that broadband is a lifeline service.
We live in a city, Hong Kong, with a very low unemployment rate. You work in an industry, technology, where there's a lot of competition to hire the best and the brightest. Have you found that having a purpose-driven environment has helped you in winning the war for talent?
Oh, incredibly. Our approach to attracting talent is we want you to either love us or hate us. Just don't be indifferent. Mm-hmm. We have a very distinct core purpose, make our home a better place to live. If that means something to you, come join us. If it doesn't, go join a competition. So, and the result is, if you look at our summer intern program, we had over 2,000 applicants from around the world, and we pay minimum wage. So they didn't come for the money.
Yeah. At Hong Kong Broadband Network, you launched a campaign early called Tough Times Together. What was the origin of that campaign, and what were you doing for your customers?
During even this COVID-19 process, we say to our colleagues, we are providing a lifeline service. In providing a lifeline service, it's like being in the medical profession. You don't walk away from crisis, you run towards it. Right? You run towards it and see what we can do to help. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe that's a little bit dramatic, but I think you get my drift.
Yes.
Imagine going home today with no broadband.
One of the key decisions your team had to make was whether the summer internship program would continue at a time of uncertainty. How do you make that decision?
Actually, we did a 5X. We normally only take about 20 summer interns. This year, we're doing, on top of the 20 interns, we're doing 100 additional 3-month graduate hires. It's a fixed contract, only 3 months. And the idea is this. We believe there's a huge gap between studying at university and getting a job.
Yes.
We want to help that transition, that gap. And the idea is you come work with us. It's two-way mentoring. We benefit from your youth, you benefit from our experience. And after 3 months, you'll be far more confident in finding a job. You'll be a far better interviewer. Your CV will look far more polished. You have more to say. So we want to make that transition. Now, in doing good, we can also do well. There's no limitation on that. We believe in injecting 100 sub 25-year-olds into the company. We will become younger.
Yes.
Now, physically, you can't drink from the fountain of youth. There's no such thing. But mentally, you can. I graduated in 89, and there was some bubble bursting in Australia in 89, and I couldn't find a job. But that was nothing, absolute nothing compared to the situation we had.
Mm-hmm.
The Hong Kong situation in particular. Social unrest followed back to back with the COVID-19. We just want to lend a helping hand. Now, we believe in giving a hand up, not a handout. We expect a lot from the graduates. We expect them to reverse mentor us as well as us mentoring them.
One of the ways that you make Hong Kong a better place to live is sharing equity broadly within the company. Tell us about that.
So we launched about 8 years ago. It's evolved. It started with about 100 people out of 3,000 people. Today, we have 900 people out of 6,000. So about 1 in 5.
Okay.
1 in 5 people are co-owner. A co-owner means you actually write a check to buy equity in the company. It's opt-in. It's
You're not giving them equity, they're buying it.
Certainly not. It's not like a stock option plan that many companies have. People are invited, and you write the check, and you feel the downside, you feel the upside.
How many Hong Kong dollar millionaires have you created?
Oh, I would say a couple of hundred Hong Kong dollar millionaires.
Yes.
Now, they're not US dollar millionaires. They're more like 150,000 millionaires.
You would have the luxury of not going to work every day, not working as hard as you work. You made enough in life that you could simply relax. What drives you every day to get up and be a hard-charging CEO?
Actually, you said it, John. It's choice. I choose to go to work every day because I enjoy it. We love what we do. We love the impact that we can make. And I couldn't do that without going to work.
There's a very dark quote from Jim Morrison in The Doors. The future is uncertain and the end is always near. That seemed like a cliche at one point. Today it feels like maybe there's a little bit of truth to it. How do you see the future unfolding?
Well, we can see the future perfectly, John. And the future, we can predict, is going to change. So how we run the company is just be adaptable to change. Our view is the best way to predict the future is to create it.
In my book on purpose, I talk a lot in the early chapters about purpose as a business strategy. But in the end, I pivot to you as an individual. What does it mean for you personally to have purpose in your life? How would you answer that question?
I think it just makes you feel good. You're proud. You're proud to do things that when your friends, your family, in particular my family, see, I hope they're proud of. So it feels good. It feels good to go into the office. And yes, you can double your net worth. But after a while, that gets boring.
Yeah.
But if you double the impact, that never gets boring.